Hello. Today I'd like to share um, an attempt at consciously psyopping myself into success. So, it's no secret to know that we as humans, we are really bound by our circumstances, by events that happen around us. And it's like success as such, it's not as simple as you just don't want to succeed, right? Majority, if yeah, like a big portion of our future trajectory is definitely defined by um, our heritage, right? Like if you were born poor, definitely it's harder for you to get rich than for a rich person to keep being rich or get even richer, right? So it's like, yeah, like the separation is always there. Rich want to be richer, poor want to be poorer. But I choose not to listen to this. And here I'll tell about my conscious attempt at psyopping myself. So the idea is that I choose not to see, not necessarily negativity, but like things that might obstruct my, let's say, path to success, right? Whatever success is for me personally, it doesn't have to be the same for me, right? But at certain level, I think for me success doesn't is not defined by amount of money that I have. Definitely, I don't care that much about money, but it's like for me success is more of a, you know, being big. Like I genuinely want to have some kind of weight, maybe institutional weight, maybe have some kind of following, not necessarily like social media following, but like I want people to know, to listen, to hear my expertise and like have trust in it, right? So like, and it's really difficult to do unless you have already someone, maybe in your family, maybe someone you know, right? So like, yeah, it's no secret, whatever, that higher strata of life is always like kind of guarded by people from there. So I choose not to hear, to see, to even comprehend possibilities where I will fail. And again, that's not a bulletproof tactic. I'm sure a lot of people who did the same, or like who are thinking about successful success, who wake up in the morning and read books at 5 a.m., I'm sure they also have done that. And some of them might have not succeeded. Doesn't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't listen. Like it's just not. It doesn't concern me at all. Honestly, like I'm not gonna lie. Like this is the point of psyopping yourself. You create an echo chamber, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create an echo chamber where all I do is first of all do something that potentially is going to lead me where I want to be, and only look for those things that support my point of view. I refuse to be wrong. I refuse to be wrong. I refuse to be this guy which is like, oh, I'm just a realist, you know? Oh, but this is how things actually are. I don't give a shit. I do not give a shit. I don't want to know about that. I want to know in my head that no matter what I do, somehow life will lead me to where I have to be. And that is success, all right? So I don't want to hear no fucking nonsense about how success is so hard, barely anyone succeeds. It's lonely at the top, you know, you don't even need it. It's okay to be mediocre. It's okay to like live your whole life by, doing something that other people tell you to do. I refuse to hear that. I refuse to hear about how bad the economy is, how I cannot buy a fucking house, how women hate men. I refuse. Like, it doesn't exist to me, okay? Like, if I see that, I do not read it or some shit like that, genuinely. And not necessarily accidentally, but like coincidentally, that leads me to another point that I feel like social media, I mean, it wasn't created to like zombify you or something like that, but it's like, I feel like social media is a big, like a hurdle in you having autonomy and success might be, right? Because like social media is always feeding you some kind of bullshit, right? Like it's always some kind of stupid shit that either made you feel bad, compare yourself to others, you know? Understand that rich people are getting richer, feeding you slop about how like, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo got married. Why would I give a flying fuck about who did what? Like my life is in shambles right now. Why do I want to know about how a bazillionaire, you know, earned another bazillion? Why? Or like, yeah, did really Drake say that? Or did Kendrick mean this? What kind of ghost slop is that shit, right? Like, why are we even paying attention to that fucking nonsense? Like, and that's how like it always is, right? It's always outrage, it's always anger, it's always rage, it's always like some kind of negative emotions that like makes you type shit in the comment section, right? However, regardless, whatever. So I'm trying to say that like, since social media is so harmful and only makes you see negative or look negative or like whatever, think negative, sadly, you know, I have to limit my social media exposure in the sense like I have to like kind of delete Instagram, even though I did delete it, but it's like I still have to monitor my usage because I don't know, just can't win. This shit's just not good there, you know? And I guess that ties into a larger point that like I'm thinking over, and that being like social media, like at a recent point it became like more dead internet theory than ever. I feel like every single fucking post, it's either AI slop made by AI, or like, no, let's say a person wrote it and then it was turned like whatever, AI wrote it well. So it's like every single picture is fucking AI generated, every single text is AI generated. Like, what am I even fucking consuming? Sometimes shit is just outright wrong. Genuinely, like I've seen a lot of posts which are just like blatant lies. They can include like historical facts. They can include like, I don't know, biomedical research, since I'm in that field, right? So like shit is just lies. And then 3-second Googling is like tells you that it's wrong. Like, what the fuck? Like, why would you do something like this? Like, there is a lot of cool shit that you could post and that wouldn't constitute a lie. Like, why do you choose to lie on internet, right? Researchers from Johns Hopkins University, you know, did a study on fucking indigenous methods of ancient Indians in the North America on grief. How like throwing stones or some shit like that, or like bawling your eyes out, or like gathering your friends and just shouting, lowers or like helps you release the trauma. 3-second Google in the fucking Google tells me that that never fucking happened. Guys, I get it, okay? We're pushing indigenous knowledge. Okay, we are against and we're anti-establishment. Capitalism bad. U.S. sucks. We get it. Just don't fucking lie. There's a lot of cool stuff in the indigenous knowledges which are not jerked off to death and which are actually true. Like, put some effort. Please, put some fucking effort. So anyway, regardless, I'm trying to psyop myself into living a good life. Because clearly, shit around is not good enough, right? So that I have to purposefully, consciously lie to myself about how things are good. I will only talk to people who I like, do things that kind of not necessarily make me feel good, but it's like that have a higher chance of bringing me a positive outcome in the future, right? And like, I choose not to see any negativity about fucking wars, about fucking poverty, about like how shit sucks, capitalism bad, the AI is terrible, the world is ending. Shit's useless. Like, at large, shit is so fucking useless that it's like, it's painful even to like it's just painful to know that how many people like are actually affected by this, right? Because like, can you really do something about it immediately? Like, do you understand that like the majority of choices or actions or like decisions that are being made, you don't even play a role in them? I mean, at a larger geopolitical scale, like you as a goy, you are actively pushed, and that's the point, right? That's the job, to make you as uncomfortable as possible without you rioting, right? Without you losing your brain cells and like still continue to do your 9 to 5 like retarded job. Like, that's the whole point, right? To make you as uncomfortable as possible without, you spiraling into oblivion or like shooting people, right? That's the point. So like, why would you like, okay, awareness is one thing, definitely, but like really getting upset over how oh yeah, another one, by the way. This you remember that Hugging Face situation where like OpenAI reportedly or allegedly created a hacker attack? Yeah, right. Sure, buddy. Whatever you want. Hacker attack, right? On a platform that's concerned with the fucking AI, what is it called? Like learning, whatever. Like, I don't believe for a second. Like, at this point, I don't believe for a fucking second anything anyone says, right? Because everyone has to push their agenda. Every single person is pursuing their own interests. It doesn't matter. It's like a higher official or like a friend of mine, right? Like, not necessarily like, oh, people can't be trusted, but like you have to be really careful about what you hear from who and what you decide to like let into your world as a fact that will define your existence, right? And by the way, like, let's say there's another example of like how this one, I don't know, one smart lady, she said, she was in a podcast or something, and she said like, do you know how like when you're driving a car on the highway, and then it's like you're like, let's say you're driving like a 50 whatever kilometers per hour, and then that's like comfortable for you, right? Like you're driving 50, you're like cool, and then whoever's driving faster than you like is a jerk, right? And whoever is driving slower than you is like a retard, I mean, of course, not like specifically like that, but you know what I mean, right? It's like whoever is riding faster is like, you create an opinion already about them, right? And then whatever, right? So it's like, who... Yeah, right. So like, why did you decide specifically this, right? That this is how it is, because this is your perspective, right? This is your, I don't know, like worldview. But then every single other person is thinking the same thing, right? They think, oh, I'm driving 37, I'm cool with that. And then if you're driving 50, then you are becoming a jerk, right? So you get my point, right? So it's like everyone is already having their own, I don't know, like reality. Everyone is already having their own reality. So I might as well just make mine. Why should I like live in this if I can just come up with bullshit that will serve my purpose, that will, make me enjoy more, I guess? Yeah, something like that. I don't know.